My name is Rachel Pavlo. I am the National Women's Football Development Manager for the English Football Association, and I oversee the development of girls and women's football in England. I love women's football because when I was younger, I wanted to play the game more than anything else. And unfortunately, because I was female, I wasn't allowed to play with the boys. So I always wanted a job that would allow me to help other girls and women play the sport that I loved. The London 2012 Olympics was just fantastic for women's football across the world. We saw massive media coverage, lots of fans go to all the games, and brilliant football on the pitch. Compared to 20 years ago, the women's and girls' game is very, very different. We have lots of leagues and competitions for girls and women to play. We have a Women's Super League that is for semi-professional females who are actually paid to play the game. And we have England teams at all levels competing on the world stage. The English Football Association has launched a 5-year plan to develop women and girls football. And in this plan, we are really focusing on growing participation, on growing the fan base, and on getting more commercial and broadcast partners involved in the women and girls game. It's traditionally been quite difficult to attract sponsors and broadcasters into the women and girls game in England. However, since the London 2012 Olympics, we've had so much interest from big broadcast partners and lots of key brands across the world that want to get involved in girls and women's football in England. It's very difficult to compare men's and women's football, as women's football in England is only 20 years old, whereas men's football is celebrating 150 years of support. Even though we're really young, we've become the biggest team sport for females in England. The fan base for women's football in England is really wide, as we attract so many people to come to our games. In particular, we've really focused on the families and the matchday experiences of barbecues and hair braiding and lots of fun activities to get more people to come. My vision for women and girls football in England is to be the second largest team sport after men's football, and I would also love it if England could win a major tournament in the world.